We love living in Richmond. We love our neighborhood.
And yet, Martin Letterly Ensign says since the water crisis in January, he and his partner have been surfing Zillow looking for houses in Henrico County.
It would be nice to live in a place that has a functioning local government.
As if losing water during the water crisis wasn't bad enough, Letterly Ensign received this surprising letter in July from Richmond's Department of Public Utilities, saying he needed to establish service at his Highland Park home with DPU.
We were really confused because we've been paying utilities for about 5 years.
He bought the house in May of 2020 and says he paid his utility bills ever since. A spokesperson for DPU told me a team member mistakenly removed the water meter assignment from the account. Letterly Ensign thought that would be the end of it, and he says in August he received a DPU bill that was at least $100 more than what he was used to. After making a number of calls, he says he finally got through to the head of DPU, Scott Morris, who told him
that we had not been paying all of our utilities for about a year. We had just been paying for gas usage.
In other words, DPU had not billed Letterly Ensign for some of his utilities for roughly a year.
He immediately said, you have to pay that back.
He said Morris cited city code that states failure to receive a bill shall not exempt a customer from liability for payment of bills, and correct charges for utilities which have not been billed or which have been billed improperly shall be determined at the discretion of the director.
Do you think that it should be on the customer to make up for an error on the part of the government or the business?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Shortly after his conversation with Morris, Letterly Ensign received this notice in his account stating he owed DPU more than $11,000 by November 5th.
When you saw that, what went through your mind?
A lot of bad words I can't say on TV.
You were mad.
I was mad, yeah.
He says he immediately called Morris, who said a field technician made an error while replacing the meter. DPU fixed that bill, but in October, Letterly Ensign received a new bill in the mail totaling more than $3,800.
I don't know what that's about. Nobody at DPU could tell us what that's about.
Letterly Ensign then had an in-person meeting with 2 leaders at DPU who he says told him that amount was not correct, and he would ultimately need to pay about $1,200 to make up for the services he was not billed for by DPU. But he says he's not confident in that number or that the situation has been resolved.
They both said, you have to trust us a lot, which made me not trust them.
We asked DPU about Letterly Ensign's situation. Spokeswoman Rhonda Johnson told us DPU remains committed to our customers and accurate billing practices, which is reflected in the quick resolution to the current billing item and the correction in July 2025 for this account to ensure services are accurately being applied to accounts. But he said he remains very concerned.
There needs to be big changes.
Letterly Ensign says he plans to bring up his concerns to City Council at their meeting on Monday. He said he hopes that they might consider changing city code so that customers don't have to retroactively pay for mistakes made by DPU. In Richmond, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.